Hello friends, it is Saturday, May 23rd, and we have a ton of work in front of us. It's been super hot today, so I'm a little delayed, but did spend the morning out getting some additional plants. About a month ago, I picked up these beautiful tomatoes, and as you can see, there's actually tomatoes already on them. I've been keeping these inside because it has been very cold. We've had a couple of frosts and the evenings are going down to like 7 degrees. So too much cold for them to sit outside. I have some peppers as well and more tomatoes. Some of the nurseries are recommending that you don't plant your tomatoes until like the beginning of June. I've got more tomatoes from my dad. Lots of succulents that need to go out. I've got some dragon wing begonias, and you can see over here there's the herb tower waiting also to be done. This is a succulent arrangement of items I picked up in BC. I'm going to try some cannas this year. That's very new to me, so we're going to see how that performs. I've been able to locate several flats of the Vista proven winners, Vista Bubblegum, Bordeaux, Mini Silver, so I'm really excited to be able to get those petunias going. Also, one of the things I use a lot in my garden is creeping jenny, so I've been able to locate that. And the reason I'm saying locate is that garden stuff here in Canada is in very high demand. There's low supply. What I just learned from one of the garden places is that usually there's 2 rounds of seeding that they do for Canadian gardeners, and because the big box stores were not open, we did not get a second round of plants. So whatever's here is here. There might be some more a little bit later on. Look at the color of these begonias. Isn't that just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I got some sweet potato vines. I'm trying heather for the first time. Look at these beautiful lettuces. Look how dark that one is. It's like chocolate. I have got my Violas, so that's going to go in the pots around the deck. And I also picked up some purple lavender and also some more plants there, the marigolds. I'll tell you why, because I'm just going to show you here. I was able to locate as well some more of these lavender standards, but I want to show you what I did. Yesterday's video, I showed you guys that we were drying out a big piece of plastic that we had over the soil in the front yard. And in the day, it went from like a 7-degree day to to about 25, and full sun, and it burnt the grass. Sadly, my husband not really knowing that it would do that, nor me, it also got on top of our plants. And what happened is we lost a ton of greenery. You can see that the cosmos, they are pretty brutal. There is some green stuff coming up. The sweet peas also suffered, as did my lavender. I had to cut back over here all of the other flats of the Vista, proven winners Vista petunias. Disappointing for sure. My Gara also took a bit of a beating, as did my grass. So it's pretty frustrating, but that's what you gotta do. So a tip for you, because I did discuss this with my local nursery as well, is that I'm just clipping these back and I'm just gonna let them produce as they need to. I have picked up a couple of hostas that have a nice chartreuse color, as well as some heuchera or coral bells in that beautiful pink color. This is called King Coleus. It is spectacular in terms of how it will come up. I've never even heard these dogs before. I've put out the bird baths because the birds were chirping at me. It seemed like they were like, we're thirsty, we're thirsty. Sadly as well, that big piece of plastic burned the grass, but a bird got stuck under it and it also fried. So just learn from my mistakes, folks. Be very, very mindful. These were also under a dome, if you recall in the video from yesterday. And luckily I got here just in enough time before the lettuce bolted. And then I also just wanted to quickly touch base on the hosta situation. to give you guys an idea of what they look like. So here's all the hostas. Some of them that were protected under the tree are coming up nicely, but the other ones, sadly, I'm just going to step in here, are not doing so well. So what I've been doing is coming out, I have been removing any of the leaves. You can see the dead ones right here. Any of the leaves that are not doing well, making sure that the leaves can actually unfold, because some of the leaves, because they got the frost on them, are kind of stuck together. So you're going to come in, you're going to need to do that. I did speak to the nursery and they will all come back, but you do have to clean up all of the dead leaves so that they can grow better. You can see, like, look at this patch. So that patch usually would be as big as those patches over there, but these ones here are a little later, so they did not get damaged. Like those ones as well also were okay. But sadly, this area here was like full exposure to that frost. So these are the containers that I actually were using. They're like hoop houses. And there's a little container or a zipped up pouch that they actually go in. They're super hot right now. They're perfect for spring and perfect for fall. But on those hot summer days, you do need to be mindful, or a hot spring day. The other thing I lost was a whole tray of plants. You can see here as well, I thought I'd just show you this. These are volunteers, meaning up in the pots here last year, I had those sweet little violas and they self-seeded. And they've self-seeded actually all over here. There's another little yellow one. And look at these ones. So I am going to take these out. Look at these pretty purple ones. And I'm going to reuse them. So we've got a lot of work to do as well. Sorry, I'm just going to show you one other thing here. All of this lamb's ears that has also seeded itself right here in the middle of the stones is all going to be removed and used in another spot of the garden. The magnolia tree from yesterday to today is just about complete. But look at how spectacular the purple sand cherries are this year. We are not sure if we're going to get any apples. We did spray for the first time ever, and our apple tree really comes out every 2 years where we have a spectacular show. But you can see there's at least one apple that we're going to get this year. I'm not sure if it was the spraying or if it was the second year approach that has left us with little blooms. So frost, the spray, second year cycle, we're not sure. So anyways, tons of work today. I don't know what we're going to do about this dead grass. If anyone has any ideas of how I can revive that, I'd love to hear your ideas. Grass is not my thing. My husband laughs and says that we are really just about trying to, or I am about trying to just make the entire yard one great big garden so that there's never any lawn to mow. He might be right about that, but definitely the areas of green I do appreciate. And the birds come through here and they love all the worms that are in the soil. So I need to really figure out what I'm going to do, because I definitely don't want to look at dead grass all summer long. And finally, we are fixing all of the cocoa fiber pots that we have here. These ones took a beating over the winter, so I've had to replace them. I just buy the stuff in rolls and I cut it to size. I'm about to put a sanitary napkin down at the bottom to keep a little bit of the moisture, and also keeps the dirt from going all over the deck. And then over here I have a couple of other projects that you'll get to see over time. But there's a neat little stand, sort of like the herb tower, but not as deep, so it'll be perfect for succulents or maybe vegetables. We're not really sure. Lots of new things that are going to happen. So I'm really excited to share all of this stuff with you. Bear in mind, this is just a quick little video to give you an update on where we're at with the garden today. Take care, everyone. Stay tuned. It'll look gorgeous soon. At least that's what I keep saying to myself. All right, bye now.